swag, all the memorabilia, they are selling out. They're selling out of programs. Well, it's the last event and everybody wants to get on board. If you were going to buy something for a birthday, a graduation, an anniversary, or something for an early Christmas shopping, and Dave Olmsted texted me from somewhere across the country where he's providing sound for an air show. He said there's 103 days before Christmas, 103 days of Christmas shopping. But if you don't buy it soon, you may be disappointed that they're going to sell out, and that's the indication we have. Folks, I got no interest in that. I gain no profit from it. I do it because I love you, and I want you to have what you want. We are here to entertain you, to make you happy, and you won't be happy unless you take a gift home, something for yourself in the program. Okay, let's get back to STOL Racing. Juan Brown, Anitra Goddard, back on the microphone. Anitra, I look up to you so much.
Timers, are you ready?
Okay. Inside joke. Okay, go, Kat.
I'm staying in the chair.
2, 1, be up!
Okay, round 2 of STOL Drag Racing. Kathy Page in the number 2 lane and Kevin Palmer in the number 1 lane in the red Kit Fox. Remember, the lane closest to us is the number 1 lane. The lane farthest from us is the number 2 lane. Kathy already in a hard slip in her Carbon Cub. And Kevin popping it up a little bit in his slip. We got to land him on or beyond the line. Come to a full stop. Spin them around and call as fast as they can back to the start-finish line, 2,000 feet back down the course. The first aircraft that stops gets the best time, generally. And we're matching up. Look at that, neck and neck racing. Throw it in the slip, pop the flaps out, looking for the line. Good turns. So close. What do you see up there, guys? Lane 1, Kevin Palmer. Who do we got coming out next, Anitra?
All right, looks like we've got the number 11 Angry Kitten. That is Rans S7, piloted by Rod Hewitt. He's a rookie on the STOL Drag Race Series. And then looks like we've got number 63, God Bless John Wayne, piloted by Tony Sanchez in his Just Aircraft Super STOL.
What would John Wayne do? Whenever you're confronted with an aviation emergency, just consider that.
Timers, are you ready? Are you ready, Tony? Are you ready, Ron? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see?
The illustrious Kevin Quinn, the leader of the circus down there with the arm drop drag race start. Looks like the Rans S7 has a good lead. Throws it in a hard slip. Don't scratch. Get it on or beyond the line. Full stop. Spin him around. Let's see who comes out of the hole shot first. Anitra, do you know what engine he's running in that Rans S7?
He is running a Rotax 912.
Sounds like a Stockmanized, a Hal Stockman souped up Rotax. Number 2 lane gets touchdown first, but remember, it's the aircraft that stops first. So close. Too close to call. Too close.
All right, we've got the Sky Wagons coming out, the 180s. We've got the Red Wagon, piloted by Ty Burlingham, and the number 46 polished 180, piloted by Warren Grobular.
These are our heavy hitters. These are the heaviest aircraft we got out here at STOL Drag Racing, weighing in at over 2,600 pounds, but this is the great equalizer. This 2,000-foot-long course, you can take a 2,600-pound airplane or a 600-pound airplane and get similar scores.
We've got a veteran and a rookie running this race. Although Tyler is a rookie to the STOL drags, he is a pilot with 9,000 hours. So no stranger to flying, just new to STOL drags.
And Warren G in the polished 180 came all the way out from Naples, Florida, a 20-hour trip.
I tell you, Juan, if you're going to make a flight to one of these, the 180s to do it in, I wouldn't want to make that trip in a Highlander.
Yeah.
Was that first class or coach when he came out from?
That's right. He said first class all the way in a 180, man. And both of these 180s have some P-punk work done to them. Warren doing the left and right side slip, his signature maneuver.
Call that the wig-wag slip.
Who's going to get stopped first? Bringing those big heavies to a stop.
Clear to taxi, tie follow Warren. That was a good run.
Warren takes it by a hair. All right, we've got Steve Henry coming out, that number 44. Yeehaw 8 with Harry Beaupre, number 27, the Yellow Kit Fox, the Spirit of Lewis.
Our fastest aircraft out here, Steve Henry's amazing build. Enrica, brief us up on the current engine that Steve's running.
Steve is running the Yamaha Sidewinder 998 Turbo. That is a 3-cylinder Yamaha snowmobile engine.
Listen to this.
You guys ready? Harry, you ready? Steve, you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, leave.
He's getting about 13,000 RPMs right now.
And Harry Beaupre in the number 1 lane in the Kit Fox.
One of the hardest slipping pilots we have out here.
Big slip, look at that. Now watch Steve Henry just blast out of this turnaround. So what allows him to turn that kind of engine RPM is a Skytrax gearbox that takes that engine RPM and reduces it down to a reasonable RPM for the propeller, somewhere around 2,000 or so. And it also has a clutch. Full slip, flaps deployed, or flaperons in the case of the Kit Fox. And then watch when they land, you'll see the flaps immediately retracted, getting the weight off the wings and onto the wheels for maximum braking effectiveness. Our Formula One's taxiing by now.
Got a failure to stop lane.
Sounds like Harry's scratched with a failure to stop down at the turnaround.
Incomplete stop. So that's one of the few rules we have, is you got to come to a complete stop at the turnaround, landing on or beyond the line.
Can we give a little love to the Formula One?
Yeah, here come, wave to your Formula One pilots as they come by.
Big wave.
That is air racing at its finest right there. The start of it all, Formula One air racing.
All right, we've got number 73, Psycho Billy in lane 2 in his Carbon Cub, and Devil Girl 2, piloted by Eddie Sanchez in lane 1.
Anitra, I think these are going to be our second, third place aircraft. Are these our fastest 2 and 3 aircraft ever?
I believe we are looking at 2 of the top 3 aircraft in the gold class.
Both highly modified engines. And you could hear it. Good turns both lanes. Who's going to get stopped first? Looks like Eddie got a good lead in that. Highlander dropped the flaps. on the binders. What do we see?
Got him, Eddie, by a hair. No scratches, no penalties. Clear to taxi. Jump already.
And the Devil Girl 2 takes the stop on that race. We now have number 84, Aaron Greer, in the orange and gray Moose Knuckle Highlander, and Big Tuna, number 66, piloted by John Hocula in the Zenith 701. This was a close race last time.
Aaron Greer started out STOL drag racing very early in his pilot career. He was one of our lowest time pilots in an old 182, and he's really come a long way with it.
Aaron Greer did his first traditional STOL competition just 1 month after gaining his certification.
And the Zenith is our only tricycle gear aircraft out here this weekend. And he'll have a little bit more of a challenge here at the turnaround, getting the tricycle gear aircraft turned around.
John's running those knobby, looks like tractor tires on his mains to help him stop to get that turnaround.
And you got to take a look at all the suspension modifications these aircraft have. And John Huckle in the Zenith has some impressive belts and suspenders style suspension built into that Zenith aircraft.
Okay, we are hearing from Steve Thompson, the chief line judge, that those are both good turns.
Lane 2, Aaron Greer takes it. Another challenge with the tricycle gear aircraft is you'd think it'd be easier to come to a stop because you could just lock up the brakes and not worry about flipping the aircraft. But as you lock up the brakes on a tricycle gear, you put the weight on the nose gear, you unload the main wheels, and you will slide.
All right, we've got number 80, Bo Ellis, in that mini wagon in lane 2, and Brian Steck, number 221, in STOL Moab. These are both legend cubs.
2 legends and 2 legend cubs.
That's right, Bo Ellis's legend cub is got a Skywagon tail, and that's where the name mini wagon comes from.
Bo has a beautiful 180 Skywagon that he's rebuilding, and Bo lives at a really neat private airstrip just off to our left called Bodad, California, and was completely surrounded by wildfire here a few years ago, but they were able to save his house and his hangar.
And they're both off at the same time. It looks like they had a simultaneous turnaround and to race back. Looks like Bo's got the lead. That does not mean he's going to take the win because Brian Steck is running that reversible pitch prop.
Watch this landing and short rollout.
Copy.
Wham! He hits the reverse on that MT prop and stops.
Looking good. I think you got him unofficially. Ryan cleared a taxi. Bo follow Brian. That was really close. Next two, come on out.
What do you think, Lily? Think it was number 2 lane?
2 runs in a row. You guys are running basically exact same time. Great job.
All right, we've got the Kid Foxes coming out. We've got Ty Firkin and Evan Root, the number 4 black and white Kid Fox. And then we've got Brian Bowen and STOL Fox, the black and yellow.
We're cleared up, course. Timers, are you ready? Johnny, we're going. Here you go. You ready? Davey's ready. Brian, you ready? Ty, you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, speed up.
We've got the famous 321 CUK that launches these aircraft as these 2 Kid Fox race down the 2,000-foot course to the turnaround.
Now, Dietra, Brian's running the Yamaha 4-cylinder engine in that one?
That's correct. That is the Yamaha Apex.
Capable of nearly 300 horsepower.
And that Yamaha is a snowmobile engine. We have several aircraft running those in this race.
That's the neat thing about experimental aircraft and the power sports industry. You can take a lot of these snowmobile or watercraft engines, modify them with a Skytrax prop reduction gear drive, and get them in these aircraft for incredible performance and lightweight.
All right, Steve Thompson has reported that those were both good turns.
Okay, run, fine, Bowen. I think takes that one, clear to taxi, time follow Brian. Great run, guys. Next two.
Lane 1, Brian Bowen. Gets you stopped first.
Well, we have a little time. Let's go into you talked about suspension earlier. The idea is to not bounce. When you touch down, your suspension is modified so that it stays on the ground and then puts as much weight on the big tires to keep the brakes effective. So it's a big balancing act of high tech. Go.
That's right.
All right, we've got Hal Stockman in the Lawnmower 3. That's a Frankenstein Rotax build, specially done by Hal Stockman. And we've got Austin Clemens in the Aviat Husky. Both of these aircraft are running the Beta props, which is reversible pitch prop. You'll hear Hal already engage his.
Mechanically in reverse. Don't scratch, Hal.
Now, Austin has to wait till he touches the ground to engage his because he's running a hydraulic.
So he's got to have his engine RPM at idle before he can hit the reverse on the propeller in the Husky, the MT reversible pitch propeller. Neck and neck, look at that. Okay, correction, Austin, you're going to have to nail that reverse pitch perfectly to beat Howell. Because that's a much heavier aircraft.
If he can engage that Beta, he can take it.
What do you see up there, guys?
All right, looks like Hal takes the stop in the Lawnmower 3.
The lighter aircraft takes it. That's an amazing performance by young Austin Clemens, just 20 years old, in the Aviat Husky. That's a fairly heavy airplane, around 1,600 pounds or so, versus the ultralight Rotax-powered Brands S7 by Hal Stockman. The lightest aircraft that we have out here weighing in at just over 600 pounds. Ooh, might have a possible scratch by 3 inches.
All right, we've got in lane 1, number 22, the Beast, and Cessna 175, piloted by Jeffro, as we like to call him. And then we've got number 11, the Grasshopper, the Just Aircraft Highlander, piloted by Dave Curley.
Looks like number 1 lane is down first.
Looks like they've stopped at about the same time, though.
Look at that, they turned around exactly at the same time. That's Dave Curley in the number 2 lane, correct?
That's correct. His number 11, Grasshopper Highlander.
Now the lighter aircraft should be able to stop first. Floating over the line without a slip. But he's got all that extra weight to dissipate that energy.
I think he got him Curly by a hair. I saw tail waggle and Jeffro clear to taxi.
So Curly takes it by a
One round. This next one's going to be fun. We're going to give 20-second head start for the mighty Steve Henry in Wild West. He's beat Bruce by seconds. We're going to give you a 20-second head start, Bruce. You should be at the halfway. Steve's going to catch him. Juan Brown, you're going to love this. Roger, you're going to count. I'm going to come across the radio. I'll give Steve the 10-second countdown, yeah.
Okay, this is what we do to make things interesting for Steve Henry. Is so darn fast that we're going to delay the start of the second aircraft by 20 seconds, and he's going to have to catch him up. So watch this. Watch Bruce try to catch Steve Henry. The other way around. Watch Steve Henry catch Bruce. What I'm trying to say. Chris Josephson here's got me all messed up.
That's right, Steve. Bruce Graham's got a 20-second head start. Steve's going to launch off this line, run around, catch him. I think Bruce will be down before Steve even. Here he goes.
Okay, now watch this. Bruce is almost all the way down to the turnaround, and here comes Steve Henry. Over 400 horsepower, 13,000 RPM. Get him, get him, get him. Bruce comes to a full stop. He's already turned around, and he's heading back. Steve is down, stop. Oh yeah, watch this. Spin around, go, 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 get him. Here he comes, just ripping out of the turnaround. Can he catch Bruce? Bruce has already got the flaps out, slowed down. Steve's catching right up. Throw it into the line. Boom, they touch down at the same time. Who got him? You get him? Yeah. That's the way you do it. A timed event.
He caught him and stopped first.
Now that's show business, man.
That's right. That's what we got to do.
You know, I'm thinking, no fair to Henry. It's a lifetime. 20 seconds is a lifetime.
Yeah.
But look what happened.
That's it. Time and money.
All right,
That's all
we've
it
got
takes.
number 21, Kevin Palmer in the Kit Fox in lane 2, and Kathy Page, number 85 in Lunacy from Carbon Club in lane 1.
You ready? Here we go on the arm draw. 3, 2, 1, see ya!
Kathy Page pulling a bit of lead in the Carbon Cub. Stock Carbon Cub complete with the cargo pod. Kevin Palmer, Trent's brother, hometown favorite, in the red Kit Fox, number 2 lane. Kathy gets touchdown first. Full stop. Spins it around. Oh, pretty closely matched at the turnaround. Kathy Page, a airline captain for Spirit Airlines, comes out of Arizona. Good turns. Kathy's got a good lead in her Carbon Cub. Carbon Cub being one of our gold title sponsors for STOL Drag Racing. Come on up to Yakima, Washington and pick you up a STOL Drag Ready Carbon Cub.
Too close to call. We're going to have to go to video review to figure out who got the stop on that one. All right, we've got Tony Sanchez and God Bless John Wayne, his Super STOL, and Rod Hewitt, number 11, in the Angry Kitten, his Rans S7.
You ready? Rod, you ready? You ready, Tony? Here we go. On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1.
I hear a stock-bonized Rotax engine.
Brown, watch the stock mic on the BCA, Juan Brown.
Will do.
I'm good either way. If you want me to run with Harry like I've been doing or not, whatever.
Looks like they stopped at the same time.
Yeah. Though it looked like the number 1 lane landed first, but they got both stopped. That's where the turnaround can make or break one of your times on this course. Rans with a good lead over the Super STOL in the number 2 lane.
All right, Rod's down, and Tony has now touched down. Who gets the stop?
Wow, that was a great race. Third to taxi. I can't really tell. I think Rod got him barely. Third to taxi. Let's expedite taxi. Give me 2. Let's go.
We think that was the number 1 lane stop first, but not sure. Probably so close. Another video replay.
All right, the Sky Wagons are back out. Love these 180s with Ty Burlingham in the red wagon in lane 1 and Warren G.
Ty, are you ready? Warren, are you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, deal.
And at number 46 in the lane 2. Warren with his wig-wag slip.
Look how short these get these big wagons stopped in.
Simultaneous stops.
Oh, Warren's got him at the turn this time. Now remember last time the rookie scratched.
He already gone twice this round?
All right, Warren's got a great lead here. Ty gaining though, because it's who stops first, not who lands first, so it's still anybody's race.
Good turns.
We're hearing
Number 2 lane.
2 takes the stop, so Warren gets the stop on that one, beating out the rookie.
Now the 180s don't have the advantage of that suspension that Danny was talking about. They still got that sprung steel Whitman style landing gear bouncing them to the moon, so that takes some pilot effort to not bounce the aircraft.
And Harry Beaupre, number 27 in the Spirit of Lewis, his yellow Kit Fox is running solo.
Since we have an odd number of aircraft.
Yeah, I love to watch Harry fly. He's got such an aggressive slip. I love watching them.
Yeah, watch him. Look at that. Just bleeding that speed off as quick as he can. So we're looking at both ends of the envelope. How fast can your aircraft accelerate and how fast can your aircraft decelerate? And that's why this 2,000-foot long drag race course is a great equalizer between aircraft of a wide range of performance. So you can run what you brung, bring your stock aircraft out here and produce some really good times. But if you want to be in the gold, you got to win it in less than a minute. Floating over the line and bring it to a complete stop. Some of our other gold title sponsors we have here for STOL Drag Racing is Tempest Aero Group, where we get all our aircraft accessories. McFarland Aviation Products, that's where you get your MT propellers. Come see Brenda, she'll sell you one today. Watt Wheelan Aerospace Technologies, our bright LED lights that you see on these aircraft.
Are you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see ya.
And that's a See Ya to Big Tuna, number 66 in that Xena 701, and Aaron Greer in the orange and gray Island, the Moose Knuckle.
Come on, John, you gotta, is he off the ground? You're supposed to fly to the other end, not taxi it.
See, you laughed at me last time, but I was like, did he taxi all the way down?
One of the few rules we have is that you're supposed to fly to the other end. Very close turnaround.
So the Highlander has the advantage in that tail wheel because he can flip it around a little quicker than that tricycle gear on the 701 Zenith. Aaron gained the advantage there on that one because they stopped at the same time.
Good turns. Thrown in the slip, flaps out. Over the line. Full stall 3-point landing. Retract the flaps and lock them up.
And Aaron Weir takes the stop on that one. Now we've got number 221, the Moac Legend Cub. That's Scooter STOL, piloted by Brian Steck. And Bo Ellis, number 80, in that mini wagon. That is a Legend Cub with a Skywagon tail. We've got Sia and they're off. Brian Steck is running that MT reversible prop that you were just talking about, Juan, and you can hear him engage that. If he can get his cards right, his timing right, you'll hear him and you'll see a big old cloud of dust down here at the turnaround.
So he's got to chop the power, kick it in the slip, lower the flaps on speed, find the line, hit the line, retract the flaps, get it, make sure the engine's in idle, hit the reverse prop, add power, jab a bit of reverse, power off, spin it around, blast off, flaps down.
That's it.
Then retract the flaps.
Easy for you to see.
Yeah.
That's all. This is a close one.
Look at this. And you're looking at that guy right next to you, looking, when is he going to chop it?
Man, what a photo op. So close. They're both down.
Kevin sailed into that a little earlier. Who was it?
Taxi, clear to taxi. I think that's
Lane
the
two.
first time in a row.
Brian Steck takes the stop on that.
Clear to taxi.
So that's the advantage of that reversible pitch prop. That's the secret weapon. You can come in a little bit later, but you can get it stopped first with that reversible pitch prop.
All right, we've got Brian Bowen in the Kit Fox and Ty Firkin. So it's a battle of the Kit Fox. We've got Evan Root, number 4, in lane 1, and Brian in STOL Fox in lane 2.
3, 2, 1, see ya!
The Yamaha-powered Kit Fox.
That's right, Brian's running that 4-cylinder Apex.
With a big composite
Yamaha
prop.
snowmobile engine.
Ty Firkin from Caldwell, Idaho. Flies crop dusters for a day job.
Looks like Brian gets the jump on the turnaround.
Let's do another Steve run. The crowd loves it.
Brian with a tremendous lead on this race.
Big slip by Ty Firkin.
They both are good turns. And it's already called. Brian has stopped. He took that one by. All right, we've got a battle. Pitch props coming. Austin Clemens, number 62 in the dog, that Avion Husky with that MT reversible pitch prop. And we've got Hal Stockman in the Lawnmower 3.
And Hal's prop, of course, is mechanically reversed, a Duke propeller.
You ready, Austin?
You'll hear.
On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see ya!
And the MT propeller, of course, uses engine oil pressure to engage its reverse pitch.
If you listen carefully, you can hear Hal engage that really early. Like now.
So Hal doesn't need to slip or anything anymore. He just messes. He's got his hands full mechanically dealing with that reversible pitch prop. Now he's got to get it out of reverse, into forward, get the thing spun around, power up.
So that's why you'll see on approach, Austin slips and Hal doesn't. Because he's using that reversible pitch prop to slow him down, and Austin's using that slip.
From all the way back to here. Listen to that. Now this is not a record. Don't do this at home, kids. Yeah. It takes a lot of practice and skill to do what Hal's doing.
And Hal is stopped.
Good run, clear to taxi. Austin, follow Hal, give me 2, let's go.
All right, here comes Jeffro, number 22 in the Beast, that's Cessna 175. And Dave Curley, number 11, the Grasshopper, Adjust Aircraft Highlander.
Hey, Tim, do you want to come up and race Bruce? We're cleared down, we're cleared up. Timers, are you ready? Curly, are you ready? Are you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, see ya.
See ya. All right, so I see this is Cessna 175 one, but it's a tail wheel.
That's right. He's highly modified. Got a Continental 0470 engine. Heavy aircraft versus very light aircraft. So the 175 is faster.
And it's also originally a tricycle gear.
That's right, converted to a tail dragger. And the lighter aircraft can accelerate quicker and stop quicker. Look at that distance.
And he did.
Difference.
Dave Curley and the Grasshopper got the stop by a hair.
And the 175's got to make up all that distance from his turnaround. Ooh, I'm hearing a
Jeffro scratch.
Yeah, scratch. Lane 2. Jeffro in the big 175. Just landed a little short of the line at the turnaround. Got to get it on or over the line.
Give me 2 more, clear.
Lane 1, Dave Curley in the lighter aircraft gets her stop first.
We've got Bruce Graham in Yellow Thunder, his number 7 Carbon Cub taking the line. And
We let you in, we'll never hear the end of it. We're cleared down, we're cleared up.
we've got Tim Shellhorn, number 73 Psycho Billy.
Okay, we're going to do another delay start here. Tim Shellhorn's extremely fast, so he's going to get a 16-second penalty start in an effort to match him up at the finish. It's also a good testament to our timers.
2, 1, see ya.
And Tim Shellhorn is off in Psycho Billy. You'll notice all the heavy equipment on the side of this Carbon Cub. I was talking to Tim in the pits. The reason he has the heavy equipment, he thinks kids love heavy equipment. We think about our Tonka toys. He is really passionate about getting the youth involved in aviation and passionate about flying and becoming pilots.
Bruce has already turned around and coming back. Let's see how quick Tim can get this thing turned around and catch Bruce and see how they do at the finish. Bruce is giving her the beans, now chopping the power. Here comes Tim. That highly modified Carbon Cub. Oh, Bruce is going to win one for once. Oh, yeah. Finally, Bruce gets one. Our kidney donor gets one.
All right, this is a great lineup. We've got the 2 Highlander XLs coming out on the line. We've got Wild West Steve Henry in his number 44 Yeehaw 8. And we've got Eddie Sanchez in his number 48 Devil Girl 2. Eddie just took delivery of this airplane a couple weeks ago. and they are both running the Yamaha 998 Turbo Sidewinder snowmobile engines.
Steve, you ready? Are you ready? On the arm drop. 3, 2, 1, wheel.
Oh yeah, listen to that thing blast out of the whole shot. Eddie's got to spend yet even more time and money to catch up to Steve Henry, and that's racing. Steve to the full stop, spinning around, watch him just blast out of the whole shot. He'll take off in less than the distance of his fuselage length. He's down in the low 50-second course times, that Steve Henry now.
We've got confirmation that it was a good turn in both lanes.
But Eddie's come a long way in his Highlander to pull those kind of speeds and be competitive with that aircraft.
Steve unveiled his EHA 8 earlier this year down at Sun and Fun at the Expo down there, and Eddie just took delivery. So Steve has the advantage that he's got quite a bit more time in his new airplane compared to Eddie, who's only had his Highlander a couple weeks.
And EHA 8